Alright, so it's been about 24 hours since I've waxed my snowboard, so might as well do it again. So, what you're going to need is a scraper tool, some wax. I'm using Hurdle wax super hot sauce. If you want, you can use edging tool just to get the wax off the edge sharpener, scotchbrite pad, and a file to file down and get the edges at the very top. And most importantly, you need a iron. Now, don't really have a good before example, but what you're going to see is a whole bunch of spots on the board where it is kind of whited out. It looks dry, probably because it is. But it fades out and you can't really see underneath the board. It's easy to tell when you need to wax your board, because you'll have a whole bunch of spots that look similar to this right here, except they're spread out over larger areas. You can either pay like 20 bucks to get your board waxed from someplace, or you can do it yourself for what I'm sure costs per use like 2 bucks. And then I already sharpened my edges yesterday, so I won't bother with that. But let's just get right into it. Step number 1 to waxing your board. Figure out what wax you're going to use and drop it on there. If you want, you can heat up the surface before actually going through and waxing it. That way, it kind of like bonds into the board a little better and you get a little better life out of it. But it doesn't matter too much. So you can see I apply the wax, dripping it on there in like an S pattern going on there. That's probably a little much. What you're now going to do is you're going to spread out that wax over the entire surface area of the board. So the next step, once you have the wax evenly spread out over the entire board, is to scrape off pretty much all the wax up until it's just a very thin layer of wax. And you do that by pulling instead of pushing against the grip. So at this point in the process, the board is almost done. As you can see, I went across going exclusively lengthwise with the waxing, almost creating little channels. If you don't have a scotchbrite pad, you need to do this a few times and make sure that it's extremely smooth. But since I have a scotchbrite pad, I'm going to use that in order to get that final, very smooth surface. It's going to give it a semi-glossy finish. You can see all the spots that I missed, but after the scotchbrite, it'll be a perfectly smooth surface.
Dried out tears of sorrow, lacking all emotion, staring down the barrel, waiting for the final gates to open to a new tomorrow, moving with the moment.
And there you have a smooth surface. That way the snow, at least the very top layer of snow, melts. When it comes in contact with the board, that's kind of what gives the board some of its slickness. That way you can accelerate down the mountain instead of getting stuck on hot spots. Looks pretty good by my standards. Leave a comment if you think I missed out on anything besides cleaning the board. I should have mentioned that, but I didn't. But if you think I missed anything, if you like what you saw, like where this channel is going, like the content, it's switching up a little bit just because I don't really have my cars here. Right, Sam? No cars? Yeah. But if you like this new content, just leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Peace.